I don't like making long videos, but I'm going to run the real collusion down to you. I am Jason Richter. I am an assistant prosecutor for the International Criminal Court since 2020. I've been United Nations since 1995 under the Clinton administration, NATO also. I am the supervising leading investigator on the post-pandemic collusion and the pandemic. While doing the investigation, and 30 years ago we were pitched the Ukraine pipeline deal, we refused it because they wanted to steal natural gas off of our petroleum pipeline to supply Ukraine, and they wanted to do this fraudulently. I turned the deal down, and within 3 weeks I was set up on a meth charge and sent to prison. Okay, I am protected under the 1961 Treaty on Drugs, United Nations. Okay, I was allowed to actually sell drugs, possess and manufacture them for the purpose of political science. You can find that in the 1961 Treaty, United Nations on Drugs. Or it's in the Controlled Substance Act. The DEA actually runs all of their scheduling off of this. Okay, and you'll find that this is current. And I am being attacked, I am being targeted, that's all in the other videos, but let's get to the conclusion. So the collusion is, what they've done is they've started to convert our vehicles, our cop cars and stuff to propane. Well, propane and natural gas will all run off of the same elements. You just have to change the metering jet, and the natural gas doesn't get the gas mileage. So Russia has primarily started investing in tanks, and they have been salvaging all our NATO stuff. They have been taking it and they have been committing it to BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, Saudi oil, and China. Okay, and then what they've done is they started their own currency with gold, and they've reduced our gold exchange to nothing. So all of our money is fake, our investments are fake, it's all slavery, it's all everything. Well, the mayor right here, and I'm right here in front of the Nashville City Hall, and the fucking governor decided to be oil tycoons with this motherfucker. And they have been trying to blacklist me and stalk me to death the entire time and interfering with my investigation. Now, I had enough on the pandemic itself, okay, when I left St. Louis, right there prior to the election. Okay, and that is when I was actually acting in office for Pence online and making the decisions, but not publicly. And that is the president of the American militia. There is no such thing as an auxiliary vice president. That didn't happen until Nixon, okay, when Kennedy died, and it was a power play move. There is no fortification in the Constitution, it's an added amendment, so there won't be competition among them. But since then they've done that, and our presidents and vice presidents don't like each other very much because it's a quest for power. But that's not the thing. The thing is, we need help because they're out here tearing up the ground. They've tore up the Nissan fucking stadium, and they've been running pipeline. They tore up fucking out there by Johnson City, Kingsport. I caught them and took pictures of them there, and I've been reporting them and taking pictures, and they're in an indictment. Like, we're the ICC, I'm the lead investigator, I'm recommending prosecution. But we're backed up. Our 2009 Afghanistan case didn't actually get into court till 2020 and go public looking for witnesses. So what they've done is they have backlogged the justice system, and they have put a bunch of corrupt judges in there. Until recently, I wasn't heard by the Supreme Court. It's taken 2 years to get heard by the Supreme Court, and that's only because I had to protest in the middle of Trump's hush trial under life and limb and interfere and try to get him stopped, and the rest of the deep state with Biden with him. They are all in collusion together. They are all for the enemy. They are Operation Paperclip. They are all inducted in here by the Nazi Party. You can look them online. You can see who they are. And you can also look at the book, The Pope, the Kings and the People, and see that the Vatican is trying to reconstruct a society to control the world. Francis thinks he's the fucking governor of the world, and they have incited every major war since the 1870s with their book, The Pope, the Kings and the People. It's on Gutenberg. And this is how they have been destroying our entire planet. This is the real collusion. I have been begging for help. I try to put all the info I can. It's a lot of stuff, and they try to make it that way to make you look crazy. I have been through all this. I have a perfect psych exam from Texas A&M in 2017, Christian Academy. It was a 1-year study. I did 4 evals to equivalent 1 test. I have been prepared for this for 30 years. The Department of Defense put me on this mission with the Army of Engineers. That was William Kirkpatrick in 1995 over Linda Thompson and the American Justice Federation. America is under siege videos, and Waco, Texas is a big lie. We had proof of the cyanide, the gas tanks, the shower heads, and I went in there to the Senate Plaza right here under Bill Lee's Capitol, and we did contracts, and I did legislation, and they made a commitment to me. Well, within a month, they had me set up to go to prison, and they started robbing NATO and the UN. They have taken our MUN, our Memphis UN building, and turned it into the Shelby County Hall. They have our Legislative Plaza, which is a $200 million donation, and under the authority of the General Assembly, fenced off right now with no access. They have tried to have me committed several times. They have beat me. They have assaulted me. I have them in court for going on 2 years, and they won't settle. And the civil court I have is so corrupt that when you do pro se, you're supposed to be appointed 2 judges. He won't give me another. He has kidnapped me, and they've taken. You see on the site here what's happened. So you got to know what's happening. Kennedy was right. They have really set America up to enslave every man, woman, and child in this country. And we also have proof that they killed him over that. And you can find that in Mad Music Entertainment and Productions on the community page. You can find the real Kennedy shooting where the Secret Service agent shoots John Kennedy in the chest between the front seats as the passenger of the Secret Service takes the gun out of the glove box and shoots him right in the chest before Oswald blows his fucking head off. This is the real presidential assassination team out here. They hire a lot of people, and in 2019 they had people trying to kill Trump every day until they finally extorted and blackmailed him into joining them. But he was already willing. They just think this Democrat-Republican stuff means something, but it all goes to the same bankers, the same banking families. And they make all the money while we sit here and destroy each other. And I can't take it anymore. Please, not only help us save the world, help the world understand what it means to learn the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It's a 1950 document that we all agreed on as nations through the United Nations, and we are failing to support and enforce it. And because of that, the whole planet is going to hell. So please, help us support human rights and liberties so all normal men and women can be created equal, treated equal, live equal, and be equal. I'm not talking about abominations. That crap doesn't cut us for anymore. We have found that the only conclusive seed of all terrorism, because they have all different denominations, different languages, different heritage, different skin colors, the only thing we have found through our investigation in the last 3 years is that they will all share each other's buttholes with gay sex. And they will suck each other off too, and it's the truth. They're all Epstein Island, they're all nasty, 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 and we'll prove it in court. God bless.